Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're tackling the absolute backbone of enterprise IT, Active Directory replication. You know the drill. If you've ever managed a corporate network, you rely on this system every single day. It's kind of like a massive, constantly updating company address book. But what happens when someone updates their info in the New York branch and the London servers don't get the memo? Yeah, chaos. And that is exactly that headache replication is built to solve. Okay, let's dive into this. Take a look at this definition. AD replication keeps Active Directory data synchronized across domain controllers, ensuring changes made on one DC are replicated to other appropriate DCs. So what does synchronization actually mean here? Well, it's basically about establishing a single, universally agreed upon truth across your entire network. Without this process in place, your network doesn't just get a little confused, it literally stops functioning as a cohesive unit. Here is our roadmap for the Explainer today. We've got 1. The heart of Active Directory. 2. What actually gets replicated. 3. Intrasite versus intersite. 4. How the magic happens. 5. Your replication toolbelt. And finally, 6. When things go wrong. Let's get right into it. Section 1. The heart of Active Directory. Maintaining consistent directory information. Moving on to Section 2. What actually gets replicated. The core ingredients of Active Directory. Now, if we picture this data flow like an infographic, we aren't just talking about pushing some basic text files around. We are looking at the heavy hitters, user and computer accounts, groups, and all their memberships. And think about password changes for a second. If a user resets their password, that needs to replicate fast, or they are completely locked out. Then we've got organizational units, and arguably the most crucial pieces for your security, group policy, and AD integrated DNS data. Every single item on this list is a vital ingredient for keeping the lights on. Section 3. Intrasite versus intersite, navigating network topology. Now, what's really interesting here is how physical geography completely shifts the game. First up, we've got intrasite replication. This is happening between domain controllers in the exact same AD site. Think the same physical server room or office building. It's built for pure raw speed, running RPC over IP. But then, on the flip side, we have intersite replication. This is for DCs in totally different locations, say Tokyo and Toronto. For this, Active Directory actually uses site links to carefully throttle and manage bandwidth, and it can even fall back to SMTP if it absolutely has to. All right, Section 4, how the magic happens, tracking and applying changes. Let's track the actual lifecycle of a change here, step by step. Step 1, a change actually happens on one specific domain controller. Simple enough. Step 2, that change acts as an immediate trigger. Step 3, the system packages that change up and fires it off to the other DCs in the network. And finally, Step 4, those receiving DCs update their own internal AD databases. But it makes you wonder, right? How exactly do these servers know what's fresh data and what's old news? Well, that brings us to update sequence numbers, or USNs, and invocation IDs. I know it sounds like some heavy technical jargon, but really, these are just brilliant tracking mechanisms to keep everything running efficiently. Basically, every single change gets stamped with a sequence number. This ensures a domain controller only asks for updates it hasn't actually seen yet. Because think about it, without this, your servers would just endlessly bounce the exact same data back and forth, creating a massive replication loop that would completely crash your network. Which leads us to Section 5, your replication toolbelt, essential command line tools. Okay, so this is your absolute cheat sheet right here, your essential command line toolkit. First up, repadmin/rep summary. That is your 30,000-foot view for an instant health check, just boom, right there. Then, repadmin/showrep gets much more granular, pulling up the inbound status for one specific DC. Now, if you're in a pinch and need to force a sync immediately, you drop in repadmin/syncall. And of course, the absolute heavy hitter for deep diagnostics, dcdiag/test/replications. Honestly, these commands, they're going to be your best friends in the trenches. And finally, Section 6, when things go wrong, troubleshooting common pitfalls. Because let's face it, things do go wrong. If your company address book suddenly stops syncing, these right here are your usual suspects. Number 1, right at the top, DNS issues. We all know the joke, it's always DNS, right? If your servers can't resolve names, they simply can't talk, period. Then you've got your basic network connectivity and firewall port blocks. Oh, and here's a big one, time synchronization. Active Directory is incredibly strict about time. If your clocks drift by even a few minutes, replication just straight up fails. Beyond that, you might bump into site misconfigurations, those weird ghost-like lingering objects, or even the dreaded USN rollback from a messed up server snapshot. So I want to leave you with a thought, and it's a bit of a scary one. If your replication fails silently, how long until your entire network just grinds to a halt? Passwords stop updating, new users can't log in, critical security policies get frozen in time. Active Directory replication really is the silent heartbeat of your whole IT infrastructure. So grab that tool belt we talked about, run your summary checks, and make absolutely sure your domain controllers are speaking the exact same truth. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.